Snapzilla Gorillas in the building, and we're gonna get into this. Insane Talk is in the building. Salute to you. Good morning. Ooh, to the weight. Yeah, we're gonna get into this. I just got through doing my little park workout. Now I'm about to go to the house and finish up, some more training. Because why not? Why not train when you can train? Then I'll be taking my kids out to train. I don't like to train with my children, so I need to be focused 100% on them when I'm training them. Y'all know how it is. Yeah, I mean, the more things change, the more they stay the same, right? The more things change, the more they stay the same. And nothing is new under the sun. And sunlight is the best disinfectant. Is it not? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And when you shine light on things that should be made aware of, you can have real discussions. And one thing that I would like to shed light on is an incident that occurred about a month ago, apparently in South Carolina, where a young black man, I think his name is Alex McKenzie or something like that, was minding his own business on a sidewalk or something, and a car with a white man pulled up, and he said, "You better get running, boy." Pulled out a rifle and shot at this young black man for no goddamn reason. Now, fortunately for the young black man, McKenzie, he was able to dive behind a brick wall and avoid being struck by a bullet. But the fact that this happened in the first place is what we need to talk about, and we need to talk about empowerment. We need to talk about self-empowerment. Because one thing that this young man did, and I don't really blame him for it because he has been conditioned. He has been conditioned with this belief that the government is there to protect him, like many people that aren't, they don't have the freedom-minded ideology. They believe that the government is supposed to protect them. They believe the government is supposed to achieve justice for them. And that's not what the government does. All right. They don't do that. The government, there's nothing just about what the government does. Now, this young man is calling for the state of South Carolina to have hate crime laws, right? I think South Carolina and Wyoming are the only two states in the union that don't have hate crime laws. Okay. Now there are municipalities and whatnot in the state of South Carolina that have hate crime laws, but the penalties are not very harsh, right? What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you that at the end of the day, the government doesn't really give a shit about whether you're hated by someone or not. If they can't see a way to exploit you, extract from you, they will not even bother. They don't care about none of that. Now, what are the solutions? What are the real solutions to an issue like this? If you are concerned that a group of white folks or a white man or whatever the case may be might pull up you and randomly attack you, the solution is to arm yourself. Arm yourself and be prepared to defend yourself by any means necessary. That is the solution. The solution is not to expect government to punish the person that would cause harm to you after the fact, because you don't want to give that person any opportunity to cause harm. You want to be able to mitigate that threat before it even happens, before you are violated. This is what we need to do as a people, as black folks. I'm speaking to black folks right now. So if you're white and you're sensitive, then you might want to be prepared. Black people need to arm themselves. Point blank and period. I'm talking about good black folks that, walk the righteous path. You know, they don't cause harm to others. You know, they mind their own goddamn business. They just want to live their life. You have to arm yourself. You have to be prepared for any threat that may come, whether it be a racist, whether it be another black person, whether it be an animal that might attack you. At the end of the day, relying on government, pleading to government, protesting the government to do something that you should be doing for yourself will get you nowhere. And like I said, this goes for anybody. And you know, even though it's 2025, there are still racist individuals out there that have this level of have a level of hatred towards black folks that cannot readily be explained unless you go into epigenetics, unless you go into conditioning. You have to really dive deep, right? You have to dive deep. You have to dive deep and discover where this hatred comes from, right? But when you are out there in the world and, you know, you are living your life, there's something may happen out of nowhere. A random attack, anything, and you have to be ready to face that threat and quell it. You don't have to. You don't have time to contemplate the level of racism a person has in their heart. You have to be cold and calculated. You have to rely on instinct. You have to rely on. You have to have situational awareness. You have to be able to assess any threat that may come to you, right? Any threat that may come to you. And relying on the system of government that goes against you at every turn is not one way to do it. It's not a way to do it at all. In South Carolina, there is constitutional carry, right? There's constitutional carry in South Carolina. So if you can own a gun, and you do own a gun, guess what you need to do? A firearm. You need to carry that motherfucker everywhere you go. No, I want people to see the ignorance, right? Bankan Gojo says they don't care about nothing goofy, self-looking little king. No wonder why you built like a minion. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Y'all go on ahead with that. Stormy B-Man, salute. Salute to Stormy B-Man. Good morning to you, brother. Make sure you drop your link. Listen. Y'all can say whatever y'all want in the chat. The bottom line is, I'm not like that black dude that white man randomly shot at. You come at me, you might not make it to see another day. And that's what I'm telling everybody, especially black folks, because there are white folks out there that do have a level of hatred toward you that they can't even really explain. And there is no time for explanations. There's no time for explanations. You have to arm yourself. You have to equip yourself. You have to train. And of course, you have to be safe, right? You have to keep your head on the swivel. You have to stay frosty, however you want to phrase it. You got to stay on point. You have to exercise situational awareness. Because if a man pulls up on you, yells out of a window toward you, and you don't know that person, you got to be ready to pull out. And if you see them getting ready to pull something out, you have to be ready to engage. Roddy, salute to you. Upper Echelon Empire, salute. Are you a black guy? Yes, I'm a black guy. I don't know why that's relevant. Yeah, I'm black. Why would I be talking about this? Race hustle is going to race hustle, including you. But you're in here helping me achieve my race hustle. Thank you very much. Anyway, the bottom line is you have to equip yourself. You have to equip yourself. You have to prepare yourself. You have to train for any eventuality. It's best to stay ready. It's best to stay frosty. Gear Jammer, no one cares what you're talking about. I don't believe you. You need more people. Anyway. So the bottom line is, there is racism in this world. There are those out there that will try to confuse you about race. There are those out there that will try to confuse you about ethnicity and skin color and skin tone and all this shit. No, nobody cares, Gear Jammer. You're the only one that cares. You wish you were darker than me. You wish you were dark. See, that's your problem. See, y'all want to point out the tone of my skin, because at the end of the day, especially if you're white and you're calling me out for being light skinned, you really want to be dark. You have black fatigue because you want to be black and you're tired of looking at black folks in all their majesty. No, you're not, Gear Jammer. You probably ain't got no lips. So let's say you're darker than me, Gear Jammer. You probably got tiny little thin lips that resemble earthworms. And you probably got a tiny little nose. And no one cares about you giving yourself skin cancer to make yourself look darker. No one cares about that. Exactly, Frederick. Not dark enough, too light, too dark. It doesn't matter. Black folks come in all different shades and tones. And eye colors. It's like what Eddie Griffin said one time. Okay, y'all know Eddie Griffin, the comedian. He says 2 black people can make an albino, but 2 white people can't make a nigga I know. And that's what you're mad about. See, you're mad because y'all are getting phased out. It's okay though. So anyway, the bottom line is, the government is not going to save you. It's not going to save anybody. The government, see, they want the government of South Carolina to create hate crime laws, right? Like other states. But other states that have hate crime laws, how often do you hear about them prosecuting someone for a hate crime that really goes somewhere? If people are shooting at you on the street and you know that is something that's going on. So now we know that this black man was attacked by a white man on the street for no goddamn reason. That's what we should be focused on. Because not only you don't only have white folks shooting at black folks for no reason. You have black folks shooting at black folks. You got white folks shooting at white folks. You got white folks shooting at black folks, black folks shooting at white folks, Hispanics shooting at everybody shooting at Hispanics. The bottom line is, you have people out there that will do you harm. They will do harm to you, random or not, hate you or not, because there's something in them that makes them that way that you can't understand. And because you can't understand it, you don't believe that something like that will happen to you, but it will. That and the black guy on the train. What happened to that guy on the train? Oh, and then, of course, right? You got things like that. You got in San Francisco, a white man attacked a black girl and slit her throat for no goddamn reason. A young black girl. Cameron Field, salute to you. Good. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. Salute to you, family, for all the informative content, your sound perspective, and just being you. Peace and blessings to you as well, Queen Sister Cameron. I appreciate you. I really appreciate that. Make sure you drop your link. Y'all go check out Queen Sister Cameron. She has great mental health content on her channel, and some of the most soothing and reflective content that you will ever see on YouTube. Y'all go check her out. Because there are people in this chat that have an unexplained hatred. Maybe you should guys go check her out so you can understand where your hatred's coming from. It's a human heart problem, not a skin color problem. Morgan Chandler, yes, you can say that, but the human heart problem can lead to a person like that white guy that shot at that black man. It could lead to someone like that not liking that person because they're black and shooting at them. Yes, it starts with their conditioning. It starts with their heart. If they have a cruel, immoral heart, and they're just using, right? They're using their hatred, the hatred that is within them, the evil that's within them. Well, they have to target somebody with that hatred. And so if they hate black folks, guess what? They're going to attack them. Rosie Buzz said it's called cognitive dissonance. Absolutely it is. Cognitive dissonance is real. Flowers in her hair says, no one hates you. We're just exhausted. Please behave. What did that young black man on the street, minding his own business, how was he misbehaving? So the white man just shot at him and called him a boy and said, you better get to running because he was misbehaving? People revert to their own race when it comes to what they think they can get away with. Absolutely. They will do that. And listen, there's nothing. See, if you leave human beings to their own devices, they will naturally congregate with people that look like them, that share the same culture, that share the same language, that look like, that's just natural, right? But there's nothing wrong with sticking with your own people. The problem comes when you can't, when you attack others because you don't understand them. There's nothing wrong with the difference between cultures. Why can't we just respect the differences that we have with other folks instead of hating them because we don't understand it? I don't understand why they do this. I don't understand why they do that. They're savages. They don't do things the way we do them. Look how black their skin is, or look how white like, okay, they don't look like you. So what? That doesn't make you better than them. Flowers in her head says, look at stats. What stats? People are, no, that's not trying what Lincoln tried to do with Liberia. That's not trying. Trying is, if you really want to talk about that. See, I'm talking about congregating, naturally coming together as people where they are. If you want to talk about where people should go back to, then maybe the Europeans should go back to the mountains of Caucasus. If you want to go there, if you want to talk about, oh, Lincoln tried to send people to Liberia, why don't they take their asses back to England? Take their asses back to Europe. That shit won't work over here. I'm the one, yeah, because that white man was trying to insult me. Yeah, so I went back at him. If he go low, I go lower. I'm not Michelle Obama. Yep, absolutely. I did make fun of his lips. Sure did. Look at what Europeans have created. Hostility all over the world. Violence, genocide. What have they created? They tried to shape the world in their image and destroyed entire cultures. Eliminated entire tribes of people. Okay. Oh, white folks created this phone? It wasn't the Asians? Your phone. Yeah. Every race does that when they have the means. That's not true. It's not true at all. Yes, I know that story. Black man invented the phone, but they don't want to talk about that. Just like the black man invented the filament for the incandescent light bulb. It wasn't Thomas Edison. Tesla had black folks on his team helping him create the alternating current motor. But y'all don't want to talk about that. The first successful open heart surgery was performed by a black man, and the credit was taken by a white man. You want to keep going? Who invented algebra? That was stolen by the Arabs that tried to say that they started it. Electroplating. Who created that? Who came up with that? Who invented that? Who invented the first battery? Black folks. This numbskull says none of that is true. Okay, sure. No one cares about... John says not so sure about the algebra thing. I don't give a fuck what you're sure about. I really don't. Yes, David Thacker. And the Egyptians were black, whether you want to believe it or not. So y'all like to go back to Cleopatra because she was mixed, because she had some Sumerian and other things. There were whole dynasties, centuries of dynasties before Cleopatra, and they were sub-Saharan African. They were black. They were that. Now, when they encountered the Europeans and a lot of them got pushed down south of Africa, yeah, that's when that started happening. Egyptians were black. Mark Butler. The ancient Egyptians, high magnesium melanin, so they olive. Yes, Cleopatra did have black in her, but she was, yes, Cleopatra was black. But they like to confuse it by saying, oh, there was all the Greek and the this and the that. They did not even, the Europeans didn't even go into Africa, nor did those in the Mediterranean and north of Egypt until way later in the dynasties. There were whole dozens and dozens of dynasties before the European knew what Egypt was. Reverse racism. That sounds stupid as hell. Y'all say the stupidest shit. Queen Sister Cameron says it was black psychiatrists that discovered and researched what we know as a psychopath, and their behaviors beginning with Ted Bundy. Yes. And Cameron Field should know she's a mental health professional. Ashra Kwesi. Ashra Kwesi has gone to Egypt numerous times and has studied and done the research, and he knows the truth. But every 2 or 3 years, y'all talk about Cleopatra, and these so-called scientists change her background, and they make all kind of shit up. See, y'all got black fatigue while y'all in here. What have y'all done today? Always want to revert to shit in the past. Oh, now that I have debunked this guy I8 bullshit, he wants to go to now. Well, yeah. European oppression does that. The oppression of the European, who has planted their seeds all over the world and destroyed whole cultures and destroyed whole tribes of people. Multiple genocides over the centuries. Yes. Then that will happen. Yes. Yes, that will happen. Yeah, sure. What has, and these are facts. When the Europeans go into into the lands they have never been to before, what ends up happening when they gain the foothold and they start slaughtering people? What ends up happening? They get to write the story, right? They get to write the story. Story B-Man says, fun fact, Cleopatra had black in her. However, revisionist historians had her played on by Elizabeth Taylor, who had everyone in her. Yes. Story B-Man, that was fire. Bars. Yes, of course Cleopatra had black in her. Yes. I don't play Fortnite. PGH Big Dog, salute to you. Good morning. Oh, let me rinse you up, bro. I thought you already had one. Of course, y'all want to talk about how yellow I am. That's okay. It's all right. Yes, Kegard J. Post-traumatic slave master syndrome. That's exactly what it is. It's okay. Talk about how light-skinned I am. It's okay. I don't care about none of that. Yes, I'm light-skinned. So what? Anyway. See, they're like the people in this chat. They're yapping behind the keyboard. And they're yapping on the chat, right? But these are the same type of people that have hatred in their heart enough to go out and randomly shoot at black folks. Vivian, salute to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Vivian. Debo08 says, hello, FBA. Salute to you. Good morning. Yeah, mofo. Sure, I got some European in me. Yes, just like most of the black folks that have ancestors that go back generations in this country. Yeah, on average have 25% European in them. On average. It's because of the graping and the pillaging, right? The enslavement, the graping and the pillaging, the breeding, right? The white women slave owners and their husbands couldn't keep their hands off black folks, was getting impregnated by them, impregnating them. Sure. Yeah, that it happens. Yeah, sure. It is what it is. The victimhood shit is played out. Morgan Chandler, I pointed out how a black man was minding his own business and a white man shot at him for no goddamn reason. And I'm telling people to empower themselves so they won't become victims of crazy white folks or crazy anybody's or crazy black folks. I'm telling them to empower themselves. Do not rely on government to save them or to protect them or to get justice for them. You have to do that for yourself, especially in states where you have stand your ground, castle doctrine, and constitutional care. Yeah, none of those things were made for us, but we can use it to defend ourselves. I'm telling people to defend yourselves, to stop yourself from becoming a victim. But of course, you want to say I'm playing a victim. Of course you do. It's okay. Human nature says they're jealous because we come in hundreds of different shapes. Yes, absolutely. And, you know, of course they hate it, right? Karen Fields had all facts, and then it'd be on our own that are whitewashed, just going along to get on. Yeah, absolutely. Vivian asks if I'm single. Well, I'm married. I'm married, but I am, you know, I'm married, but my wife is not tripping on, you know. My wife understands that I'm a man. Let's just say that. And men sometimes like to exercise options. But I have not exercised any options because these young ladies out here are wild and crazy. I mean, yeah. Brother Reeve says there's black truckers in the South, especially when they drive into sundown towns or getting murked. Yes, Brother Reef. And what I'm saying is those black truckers, if you are going through these towns, you have to equip yourself. They still exist today, these sundown towns. They still exist. And if there are these sundown towns where they have these people that will attack black people and hang them and kill them, guess what? Drea says so is not a marriage. I don't. What? So? I mean, what does that mean? So it's not a marriage. We're married. We're married. So if it's not a marriage, if I'm allowed, not allowed, but if I can exercise the option to have a second wife, a third wife, and a fourth wife, yeah, it's a multiple marriage. Yeah. Don't get mad because you wouldn't be able to do it. Don't get mad at me because my wife appreciates me as a man and understands what manhood is. And there's some women that wouldn't allow it. More power to them. And some women that are open to it. It is what it is. Stop saying having multiple wives is okay. Who is it not okay for? If the wife is okay with it, how is it not okay? It's none of your business at that point. If the wife is okay with it, it's none of your business, and it's okay. It is okay. And as long as the man is okay with it, it's okay. No, Adam Sheik, what's very European? I know you ain't talking about polygamy. I know you ain't talking about that. Because it's the European ideology that created this idea where we can only have one wife. I don't know what you're talking about. Black truckers need that map of all the sundown towns and stay strapped. Absolutely. Stay strapped and be ready to use it. Debo says, beautiful human, respect your union. Oh, I do respect my union. I have never stepped out on my marriage. I've never been with another woman during my marriage. What I'm saying is my wife is open to me doing something like that. I just choose not to. Good morning, Nettie. Salute to you. I appreciate you. My wife is afraid of me. Okay. Interesting. Adam Sheik says my wife is not okay with it. I guess you talked to her. Cameron Phil says my husband stays ready because of the wild ish when he goes through those towns. Yeah, you gotta stay strapped. You got to stay strapped. And I do. By the way, this is a great bag, y'all. West Slope. I'm not sponsored by it, but man, you can put a whole lot of shit. You can put your little carry in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to stay ready. Dollar Tree Sharpton. Very French. The French don't. But see, with the French, it's not marriage. They just go around slinging and slipping anywhere they want to do it. That has nothing to do with marriage. Marriage is about commitment and loyalty and duty. So if I decide to take on multiple wives, I have to be loyal, dutiful, and honorable to those multiple wives. It's not about just slipping your thing in anything. What caliber is in the bag? The My Business caliber. Kangar J says, I'm getting these white dudes all up in here and they feel. I know. It's okay. It's okay. You can't be loyal to multiple. Why not? I have multiple children I'm loyal to. I got 6 kids. I'm loyal to all of them. How is that possible? Bible says otherwise. Okay. So you know what the Bible, that the Bible was interpreted properly? Do you know that is the Bible properly interpreted? Cameron says, I found the cutest attire, shirts and sweaters that hold my peace. I do know what you mean, Queen Sister Cameron. I salute you for that. I love it. I love when the ladies get strapped up. Because, you proud of me for not cheating? Well, if my wife knows about it and she's okay with it, how is it cheating? Yes, I know that insane talk. They don't know what they... Yes, they did have multiple wives in the Bible. They had multiple wives in the Quran. They practiced polygamy in Africa for centuries. There were certain things you had to have for that, right? You had to be able to provide for all your wives and all your families. He definitely cheats. I've never been with another woman outside of my wife by choice. Never. Because I'm not interested in, it had to be a unicorn of a woman for me to even consider that. Let Freed says black folks are winning in bed. Well, hey, I'm mentally ill. Thank you for hey, Queen Sister Cameron. Did you know I was mentally ill? Queen Sister Cameron is a mental health professional. Anyway, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all, listen. And it's not just for black folks. I'm telling everybody to stay strapped up. Everybody needs to empower themselves. The government's not going to save you from anything. The government's not going to save you. The government is not going to save you from this harsh, cruel world they have created. They have created this cruel world. The world is cruel enough already. By nature. By nature, the world is already cruel enough. That's what helps us evolve, right? Well, we're not evolving right now because we are being much too sheltered. We don't know how to adapt to disasters. We think that nothing can hurt us because we think that this government has placed a blanket over us that will keep us from being harmed. It's not true. James says, "How many? I only have one wife." No, that's not how it works. Black sheep for life. That's not how it works. Yes, in Uvalde, as a matter of fact, which I covered extensively, the police did not even protect those children in the Uvalde situation. Brian Gilly says government ain't gonna get Davia from black people, whatever that means. Stop racism towards Caucasians. Which Caucasians experience racism? Help me understand that. Tell me that she's a wonderful woman who deserves better. Y'all are lost. The school didn't protect those children because they weren't allowed to. They weren't allowed to carry firearms in the school to save the children from an eventual attack. So who failed at that point? Black people are the biggest racist. Okay, if that's what you want to believe. But all the black dudes kill anyone, though. You're on a human rights watch list because of Trump. Prove me wrong. Look it up. Gain a brain. Okay, I'll look that up just for you. Snap. Kengar J says snap. Not one, not two, not three, not four, like Parkland, LOL. But 376 cops stand by and let a lot of kids get murdered. Yes, they did. Absolutely. And children are the least protected class in this country, just so y'all know. The least protected class in this country are children. I've experienced it, buddy. As the only white kid in the class, it's just bad. It's bad both ways. Okay. Did you empower yourself? Were you allowed to defend yourself by any means necessary? If these if black folks are attacking you simply because you're white, that's wrong. So you should be able to defend yourself, is my point. If anybody is attacking you for any reason, or if anyone is attacking you for no reason whatsoever, you should be able to defend yourself by any means necessary. That's the bottom line to it. Ukraine woman was just murdered by a black man while riding a bus. Empower all women. Empower all women. Blacks commit 60% of violent crimes. Where'd you get that number from? Where'd you get that number from? Human nature says one day black people are going to seek revenge and it's going to be bad, really bad. Well, that could be well the case. That could well be the case. Brian Gilly says people are tribal, not racist. Okay. The bottom line is there are individuals out there that would look to cause harm to you, and you should be empowered to defend yourself against that. And not look to government to save you, because government is not going to save you. The government is going to come through later and do an investigation after you're already dead, or after you're already robbed, or after you're already stolen from, or after you were assaulted. So the best thing for you to do is to empower yourself to prevent anyone from causing harm to you. That's the whole point of this. I mean, really as simple as that. Whether y'all want to say, oh, black people do this, black people do that. Okay. Who commits over 90% of the mass situations in schools and whatnot? What was it? Who does that? Who slaughters more innocent children? If you want to go there. Those children should be protected by the people within that school that are supposed to keep them safe. And in order for them to do that to the fullest extent possible, they have to be empowered, right? They have to be able to carry the tools with them to protect said children. Otherwise, they're not doing their duty. Bottom line to it. Black Sheeple for Life says, facts. I have black friends and they are welcome in my house. When I go to their house, everyone yelling, who brought the white kid over? Did they kick you out the house? Or are you just being sensitive because you can't take a joke? Jara735 says, the quality of life was stolen from the children of today. We must give it back to them. I agree 100%. Absolutely, 100%. Brother Reed says, instead of worrying about the earth getting closer to the sun and declining birth rates, they're here trolling from other black people. The fixation with us is astounding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the title brought them over here and they want to know what I'm talking about. But none of them. No, Travis McMichaels is exactly where he needs to be. Travis McMichaels murdered a black man and stood over his body and called him the N-word. Travis McMichaels, that was a straight up murder. No, he's exactly where he needs to be. Point blank and period. Oh, wow. Anyway, I'm getting out of here. Fact of the matter is, the government ain't gonna save you from shit. All they're gonna do is they're gonna foment hatred. They're gonna foment vision. They're gonna foment war. And they're doing this because they want you to believe that you need them for everything. You don't. Because they're not gonna save you if someone attacks you. If someone ran up on my car right now and tried to kill me, who's going to stop them? Who's the first line of defense from anybody that would run up on my car right now and try to kill me? Whether they're white, black, whatever they are. Is the government going to save my life? Should I not carry a tool? Should I not be aware and have situational awareness and have my head? Should I just sit back and say, you know what? I think the government should handle this. No, I'm going to be dead and my family are going to be mourning me. If you really pay attention, I'm criticizing the black man that is calling for the government to create hate crime laws. That's what I'm doing. Because what he should be doing is telling other black folks that they need to, he should think in his mind, man, that was a close one. I need to look at a way to prevent that from happening, because next time that bullet might hit me, I need to be equipped to stop it. And I need to tell other black folks or anybody, you need to empower yourself. You need to empower yourself. You need to be willing to defend yourself by any means necessary. That's what we should be telling people. When I heard this story, the first thing I said was, why is he, what? No, we should be out there. We should be using our story to encourage others to be self-sufficient. Because when seconds count, cops are, what, how many minutes away? Janie AR-15 says I should be ashamed. No, I'm not going to be ashamed. Why do you feel you're worth saving? Feel I'm worth saving by whom? I feel like I'm worth saving myself. What are you talking about? I don't want the government to save me. You're not listening. Don't worry about where my GAT is when I know I can get to it in a good amount of time. You see, it's in the bag right now because I don't need YouTube whining and complaining about me showing a firearm. It is what it is. As long as I know how to draw my weapon fast enough, well, you shouldn't be concerned about where I keep it. Anyway, that's how it works. Yes, Tracy, self-preservation is real. Defend yourself. That's really what this is about. That's what this is about. Much love to you as well, Kimberly Dates. Anyway, y'all stay up. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for hitting the down vote button. Thank you for your contentious comments. Thank you for your encouraging comments. Thank you for the super chat, Queen Sister Cameron. I appreciate you. Kyle says, keep staying victim, even though I'm telling people to empower themselves so they won't become victims. Okay, sounds good. Salute to Real Eyes. Salute to Debo. Salute to Kyle. Empowered by crime victim. You're an idiot. That's simply what it is. You're an idiot. Idiots. So what you took from this was somebody's playing the victims when they're telling you that you should not rely on government to protect you and keep you safe. Sure. This is why we're stuck. This is why the chains will remain on you idiots. It's as simple as that. Because the first thing y'all gonna do, if a black person kills a white person in the same manner, is you're gonna whine and bitch and complain. And you're gonna act like victims. You're gonna call for Donald Trump to send a National Guard to wherever to do something that you should be doing for yourself. That's what you're gonna do. See, y'all are the victims. That's why y'all want Donald Trump in place, because y'all think he's gonna save you guys when you don't have the capacity to save yourself. See, that's what the real problem is. Well, what happened to the bootstraps? You want Donald Trump and Republican representatives to pull your asses up by your bootstraps because you feel like you're losing. Y'all think y'all are the victims. That's what y'all think. And that's why you holler about black fatigue, because you think you're the victims of black people. You guys are acting like victims. Real shit. Y'all throw these words around. Y'all don't even know what it means. You don't even know what it means. Don't know what it means. Y'all just throw shit around. Y'all call other people victims, but y'all whining and complaining all day, every day about black fatigue this, black fatigue that. You want Donald Trump to come do this and come do that. You want Donald Trump to save you. Y'all raise your hands up to him and get on your knees like Jesus, like he's Jesus, and pray to him to save you. Y'all are the fucking victims. Y'all are the victims. Y'all mad about it. I'm telling black folks to arm up to defend themselves against racists that actually exist. They exist in this world, so that they don't become victims. And y'all whining about it. I'm telling everybody to empower themselves, defend themselves, equip themselves, arm themselves, and y'all are whining about it. Who are the real victims? Release the Epstein files. Absolutely. Exactly, Lane Irakura. Both sides laughing, and it's bicker. And they fall for it every single time. They fall for it every single time. I'm reporting the facts. A white man randomly shot at a black dude. And I'm saying, instead of asking the government to create hate crime laws, you should be telling black folks, this is a reality. This is a reality. There are those out there that would harm you for no reason at all whatsoever. Whether it be because of your skin tone, whether it's because there's something wrong with them mentally, they're mentally imbalanced, you have to be equipped and ready to defend yourself. Ashton Bull is probably white, saying that I'm a white dude, a white boy with a tan. Why? Because he's a victim of his own deficiencies. And it's okay. It's okay. Because this is what y'all do from the reality. No, my mom is not white. My dad is not white. Nice try, though, Ashton Bull. My mom is not white. Good try, though. No, Jason Perkins, if you were a Peckerwood that had my back, I would not call you a racist. I would call the white dude that shot at a black man for no reason a racist. Have you done that? Have you done that, Jason Perkins? Have you shot at a black dude for no reason? Anyway, y'all stay up, man. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe out there. Understand that this is what the government wants. The government wants you guys to come in here and be focused on the nonsense. Be focused on my skin tone. Be focused on black fatigue bullshit. These are things that they create for you guys to run with. These are the narratives they create for you guys to run with, and y'all take it and run with it because y'all are idiots. And this is why we're going to be stuck on stupid. This is why we're going to be stuck in chains, because you don't even realize you're slaves. Because the dominant culture looks like you. The dominant class looks like you. So you think they like you? No, you're not in the same boat as them. You're not part of the club. But they're going to use you as tools to create division. And you guys fall for it every time. No, I know that, Debo. Not all of you. But the ones that are in here making these comments, trying to detract and derail the conversation by launching ad hominems at me about my skin tone and launching ad hominems about food stamps and all this other silly shit. This is what they want. Like this guy Brent talking about black fatigue. This is what they want. And this is why we'll be stuck on stupid. Someone says form militias. That's what I think we should do. We have the right, don't we? We have that right. But what they want you to do is this. And I understand y'all are offended by the title. Y'all are offended by the content because of the fact that a black man was shot at by a white man for no reason. Probably because he was racist. Let's just be real about it. But y'all don't like that part. Y'all don't care about nothing I said about, well, people should equip themselves and be ready to defend themselves and not rely on the government to protect them. Y'all ain't focused on that. Y'all focused on the fact that I'm reporting what actually happened to this young man. It was in South Carolina. I will drop the link to the article in the description when this shit uploads. When I turn this off and it uploads, I will drop the link. You guys can go check it out for yourself. It's okay though. Anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna go get my training in. We're gonna keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.